Hi there, and welcome back to another video. Well, I just received this bike. As you could see in the previous video, I wanted to do a full demonstration on how to assemble the bike. However, well, because of one screw of the derailleur, apparently there was some problems, I think, with the keys that Canyon gives. I was damaging the screw, so it's a very specific measure, and that happened with other pieces of equipment that I have, namely this one also has the same screw, and so that key, the Allen key, was just destroying the screws. So that because of that reason I had to stop everything, so I didn't manage to save everything or to document everything from the assembly, but well, most of it was done. Here you have, the bike is now fully assembled. At least I hope so. I hope that all the screws are well tightened because that would be a very, very painful and probably expensive failure, but I think everything is okay. Pretty sunny day, it's good weather. Also the temperature is pretty nice. Well, the computer is displaying 27 degrees, but I don't think it's that warm. It must be some problem, but around 20 I would say. That is more realistic. And I just came for a ride and show you a bit the bike. I won't be talking on the video much about the specs. I'll probably just put on a description with the specifications of the bike. I will focus more on a user point of view, what I feel when I ride. As you've probably seen, I have another bike. It's a touring bike. I'll probably put a link on top so that you can see the other bike, and if you prefer those type of bikes. But I felt, you know, that I also would need something more convenient for just short rides, and I eventually do other types of terrain, and I decided to go for this type of bike. This type of bikes, I didn't have many of them, like mountain bikes, proper ones. I didn't have, I think I had like 3. This is the third one, but I didn't spend much time riding them, or I didn't keep them for that long. I always felt that they are quite limited on the chances of the things that you can do, and you know, probably it is a wrong assumption. Maybe I'm wrong with that. I have been, throughout my life, I've been riding road bikes. Actually, also I have a 15-year-old road bike, 17 actually, which I didn't use much, or not as much as I should. So mountain bikes it's something quite new to me, so I decided to give it a go, and it is. I decided to go for an aluminum frame, and despite being a little bit heavier than carbon, but I thought that in my case it's the most resistant. And one of the ideas I have for this bike is also to be able to do some bike packing. So I want to be able to carry some weight on the frame and have something that is more resistant, that's able to carry extra weight, and I also don't have to worry much about if it gets damaged or not. And if it does so, might be that it's easier to repair. So that's the reason behind getting a aluminium frame bike. As you probably know, it's better to have a good aluminium frame than a bad or an average carbon frame. So I think this frame is just perfect. So it's good enough for what I want. So that's the reason why. Also, I decided to go for the Grand Canyon 8. As you know, I think it starts at 5, but the Grand Canyon, like in Canyon website, if you check it, the Grand Canyon has, I think, from 5 to 9. I think there's like 5 different models or configurations, I would say. Being the 9, obviously the best one. Just a minute, I'll just press here the button so the cars can stop. I have decided to go for the number 8. In my opinion, it was the better value for the money, although I would prefer to have different kind of brakes or the shifters from XT like the number 9 model has. Obviously that's the top of the range, and all the components are very, very good. I would prefer, obviously, but then it would be a little bit more expensive on the 400 euros difference. So I think this will be fine for me. Most important is to have a good derailleur, and the derailleur is the XT, and a good suspension. So this suspension is the Fox 34. As far as I can see, pretty much half of the value of the bike is just on the shocks. But so far so good. They don't come with any automatic lever for locking the suspension. To be honest, I don't need it because it's just here and so easy to do it. It's just one more thing to fill up the already congested handlebar, so just leave it, I don't need it. The intent of buying this bike, I'm not planning to do any very technical trails, so I don't really need high-end components on it. The brakes that it has, which are like entry-level ones, the Shimano M400 if I'm not mistaken. They're pretty good for the use I want to give, but obviously I don't want to be limited to staying on flat roads like this. When you buy a bike like this, you want to have many possibilities. So I just think this was the best compromise for the price I wanted to pay and the use I intend to give. So pretty happy so far. I like the color scheme is pretty nice. This is the only model that it comes with in this color scheme. I think it's great. It's my opinion. Actually, I also like the black one, but you kind of feel a little more special when you have this one. As I was saying, now that I've tried the bike, I probably have maybe like 20-30 kilometers on it, which is, so the bike is brand new, but so far I'm impressed. It's exactly what I needed or what I wanted. I wasn't expecting much of a difference, to be honest. And it's light enough, sturdy enough, agile and fast enough for what I wanted. One thing that kind of causes me a little bit of confusion, only to have one plate at the front, which you know, on this end is the bike is not as fast as I wanted, but it's, you know, it's okay. I think I can manage without that. One thing I just bought for the bike was the computer and this piece of, like, this bar over here, which in another opportunity I'll be showing you in another video. But so far so good. I think I just got myself a bike that covers all the gaps that I can't cover with the other bikes. I have a touring bike and a road bicycle. They're totally different.